resting in the humility of your heart. Unlike some of the other virtues, humility can be especially difficult to gauge, both in yourself and in others. I mean, if you think you're humble, what does that say? And if you don't think you're humble, well, maybe you're right, or maybe you're just too humble to acknowledge your own humility. Kirpal Singh said, "When the light of humility dawns on the soul, the darkness of selfishness disappears, and the soul no longer lives for itself but for God. The soul loses itself in God, lives in God, and is transformed into Him. This is the alchemy of humility. It transforms the lowest into the highest." Consider. Here are some tips to help keep you free from the habit of comparing yourself to others. If you see someone who seems to have a better situation than you, such as someone who has better looks, more success, a better attitude, a bigger wardrobe, or more happiness, you can use their example to improve your own situation. You can also transform harmful comparisons into positive opportunities by shifting your awareness into a higher perspective and lowering your focus on outer qualities and materialistic desires. You can strengthen your feeling of self-respect rather than using someone else's good fortune as an excuse for feeling bad about yourself or pulling out the cat claws to tear the person down. If you see someone who lacks some of your good qualities, you can keep pride and arrogance away by understanding that the person may have other qualities that are better than yours. By feeling a humble gratitude for the good qualities you are blessed to have, and by sending the person and everyone else blessings to be the best and happiest that they can possibly be. Rather than focusing on who is better or worse than anyone else, keep your awareness centered on the divine spirit that expresses through all. A vision of universal unity naturally brings with it the virtue of humility. Far from being a weak stance, true humility is strong, powerful, and grounded in your identification with the highest. In some cultures, humility is expressed by bowing down to one another, or by reaching down to touch the other person's feet. I have witnessed some fairly humorous scenes with great beings meeting one another and practically fighting over touching each other's feet first to show their humility and respect. I'm not saying that this behavior is a bad thing, but it's an amusing sight to behold. Be careful. True humility can sometimes look like ego or pride to those who don't understand the nature of this virtue. For example, if you know that your talents and achievements have come through divine grace, then you can receive praise for them with a smile and a shared appreciation for those gifts. Still, even if your acquiescence to praise is coming from a pure sense of gratitude and humility, some may misinterpret it as coming from a lack of humility, giving you more opportunities to stay humble under the duress of their incorrect opinions. Some saints and sages who, through humility, realized and proclaimed their oneness with God, were misunderstood by those who had not achieved their elevated awareness. Some sages were punished, crucified, or martyred for proclaiming their higher identification by those who didn't understand their true state of humility. The humble prayer of an unknown Confederate soldier. The following prayer, appropriately anonymous, shows how humility can fill even challenging times with great spiritual growth and significance. I asked God for strength that I might achieve. I was made weak that I might learn humbly to obey. I asked for health that I might do greater things. I was given infirmity that I might do better things. I asked for riches that I might be happy. I was given poverty that I might be wise. I asked for power that I might have the praise of men. I was given weakness that I might feel the need of God. I asked for all things that I might enjoy life. I was given life that I may enjoy all things. I got nothing that I asked for, but everything I hoped for. Almost despite myself, my unspoken prayers were answered. I am, among all men, most richly blessed.